If no one ever sat you down and explained to you how your bodies and your periods work, you are not alone. Maybe your mom didn't know either, or maybe you didn't grow up with someone who could teach you. So today I'm going to give you the quick women's health education that you should have gotten years ago. And honestly, I didn't learn most of this until I was already in med school. And by then I had already spent years thinking some of this was normal. Hi, I'm Dr. Bala. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I love helping women understand their bodies and connect to their periods in a way they haven't before. So if you are stuck on understanding maybe things about your body, things about personal hygiene, things about your periods, let's dive in. The first thing is that your period is a vital sign. Your period gives you so many clues about your hormonal health, about your body, about your gut health, your liver, everything going on in your body. So if you're not tracking your periods, we're missing out on that vital piece of information. Are you having a period every month? How often is it coming? When are you bleeding? How often are you bleeding? Do you get spotting? All of these things are things we need to be tracking. Number two, your period pain is not normal. No amount of pain is normal. If you are doubled over on the couch, if you are only functioning through a heating pad and Advil, if you have to cancel meetings, if you're canceling plans and running your life around your period, your pain is not normal. It might indicate that you have endometriosis. It might indicate there's more inflammation going on in your body that we need to address. But either way, that pain, it's not normal. It's not something you just have to deal with because you have a period. It's possible to live a life without pain. And it's possible to live a life where you have a period that doesn't interrupt your day. And on that note, heavy bleeding, really bad fatigue, really bad mood swings, bloating, gas, feeling uncomfortable after you eat, all of those are also not normal to be feeling on a regular basis. If you feel it every now and then randomly and you're like, what's going on today? But then it resolves, totally normal. That's fine. But if you are normally feeling on a daily, regular basis, uncomfortable, moody, or you notice a shift halfway through your cycle, I'm getting a headache, I'm getting migraines, I feel really fatigued, I feel really irritable, I don't want to be around anyone. And then your period starts and you're like, everything's great, life is amazing. That is a sign that we need to work on your hormones. And PMS is not a normal part of having a period. I know we have been told this. I know some of our moms have told us this. A lot of our doctors are still saying this. But it is not normal. We can have periods where our hormones feel stable. We can have a life where we don't feel like our moods are constantly crashing. We can have a life where our sleep feels restorative and we wake up with energy. The second thing I need you to know about your body is how to track your periods, okay? So if nobody ever taught you what to be looking at, let me be the first to tell you. When you are tracking your periods, we start from day 1 of bright red bleeding to the next day 1 of bright red bleeding. How many days in between? Is it 28? Is it 32? Is it 54? How many days are going in between your periods? That tells us the length of your cycle. If you are spotting prior to your period happening, I need to know how many days you are spotting. Count those as spotting days and then count your period days. At the end of your period, when you start trickling, when you start having a lighter flow, if it's a tail end of your period, that is still part of your period, and that's information to track. So count that as the days you're bleeding. Spotting should only be counted as spotting prior to your period. So these are how you track your periods. The second thing about tracking your periods, tracking your cycles, is ovulation. Are you ovulating? If so, when? If you don't know this information, we don't fully know what's going on with your cycles. So please make sure you are tracking ovulation. And lastly, let's talk about hygiene. Always wipe front to back. I know this might seem for some of you like, well, duh, but so many women aren't taught this. Maybe we didn't grow up with a mom. Maybe we had a different caretaker. Maybe our moms weren't around as much. And this is just something we weren't taught. Always wipe front to back, because if you are wiping back to front, you are smearing your poop into your vaginal discharge, into your urethra area, and that is a huge factor for infections, UTI, yeast infections. It can throw off your vaginal pH as well. So please make sure to take care of your vagina by wiping front to back. The second thing is avoiding scented soaps, scented pads, scented anything down there. Our vaginal pH and our vaginal environment is very sensitive, and scents can throw that off. Our vaginal microbiome is very sensitive. We don't want fragrances. We don't want bleached pads and tampons. We don't want foreign chemicals in our vaginal area. So keep that area as much as possible clean, fragrance-free, and chemical-free, toxin-free. Ideally only wearing cotton underwear, loose clothing, giving your vagina air to breathe. And lastly, you do not need the feminine sprays. You don't need to clean your vagina. Your vagina is self-cleaning. Every day you should be having discharge. That is its way of clearing things out. Every month you should be having a period. That is its way of cleaning things out. The vaginal microbiome is very sensitive. When we introduce foreign objects into it, things like douching, things like sprays, all of that can disrupt that magical flora that we have down there. That can make you more prone to fertility issues as well. So please make sure that you are taking care of the sensitive areas of your body. Please make sure that you're understanding what your body is asking for. So if you've never learned this, it's not your fault, but now you do know. So please pay attention to what is happening in your body. Pay attention to your periods. Pay attention to how you're feeling and when you feel your PMS symptoms. So please subscribe if you want more real women's health education, the kind we should have gotten in school but didn't.